Tall Tom Szymanski's in here for Tidbits, and you've got some not-so-great news for the travelers out there, Tall.
Well, why not? New week, new storm, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Is that
we
the
had
way
one
the
last
winter's
week.
gonna be?
Is that the motto now? Is that the motto for
God, I
winter
hope not.
2022?
Oh, man, I hope not, because if this goes on every week for the rest of the winter, we're going to have some serious flood problems next spring.
Yeah, no
That's
joke.
true.
Yeah. But, we got another storm coming in. Several different components of this one. It's different than the last one because this one's going to come through quick, but not stay all week in terms of just sitting in one spot and spinning around and around and around. And the snow's not going to be the really heavy, packy stuff that the last one provided. This will be really fluffy, kind of like yesterday's snow. And that's a problem because what's going to happen is that it's going to blow and drift around like crazy once the snow is gone. During the time that it's snowing, which will be very late tonight through tomorrow evening, we're not going to have that much wind with it. So even while it's snowing, it should be okay from a wind standpoint, but the snow presents its own travel problem. Then the snow ends, and then the wind picks up, blows and drifts it around, not for 1 day, not for 2 days, but possibly for 3 days. So in other words, for Wednesday night through Christmas Eve day, Saturday, we're going to be dealing with a lot of wind, blowing and drifting snow, awful travel conditions, and then the wind will let up, and then by Christmas Day, we might have a chance for more light snow coming in.
Oh, boy.
So I am going to, once again, remind people that I'm predicting a white Christmas.
You got it. Yep.
We have the whitest of white Christmases out there for sure.
Oh, my goodness, this is crazy. This just popped into my head. I should look back and see what Christmases had the most snow cover on the ground over the last X many years. I haven't done that, but that just popped in my head. That might be a little project I can do and come up with.
It seems like anecdotally, we've had a couple of years where we've really front-loaded the winter with a lot of snow. You know, we remember a couple December blizzards a little ways back. We go to Mick's office in Moorhead on Christmas night. We call it Christmix.
Oh, sure.
And every year you got to check to make sure, are they going to be open or are they going to be closed? Because we've got blizzard-like conditions.
Right.
Here's my big question for you is, so we're getting another round with some snow coming up. There's no way that they've been able to adequately clear the roads. They've been working 24/7 trying to get that to happen, and now we're all of a sudden worrying about drifting. If you're not leaving today, if you're traveling like into Minnesota, heading to the Twin Cities, you got some bad travel days ahead.
I've been telling people that if you're going south or southeast or east or even in short term to the west, your day to go is now. So it's a short notice, of course, but you got to go now because once we get into tomorrow, we're going to have a problem. And from that point forward, driving toward the Twin Cities, a lot of people have a Twin Cities connection. I have some family that has Twin Cities connections. I just told them, I says, if you don't get out of here today, just don't even bother.
Are we going to combine this with some more sub-zero temperatures?
Oh, yeah. We're going to have dangerously low wind chills in the 40 below or colder range during that stretch. So we got all the elements. We've got snow, we got blowing snow, we have drifting snow, we have dangerously low wind chills, uncomfortable wind speeds out there. That's just about it in a nutshell.
Yeah, so we've got over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. It might be over the drift
through the snow. Through the snow.
To your backyard you go because you don't want to drive anywhere.
Bingo.
Yeah, and that's terrible. The timing of this couldn't be worse.
You know, someone texted in and said, cold, wind, and snow are all 4-lettered words.
They are.
There's some truth there. Yikes.
Yeah, so is the big blow. That's what we're going to have with all the wind, So
someone else said there's a lot of talk of wind coming. Will it be primarily northwest winds?
Okay, the wind tomorrow will be kind of northeast.
Tomorrow, Wednesday.
Yeah, tomorrow being Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday is going to be straight out of the north or a little bit northwest. So it's going to be pretty consistent wind direction Thursday, Friday, and for that matter, even into Saturday.
I've seen a lot of clickbait out there talking about a giant winter storm that's going across the plains and will affect places like Chicago. Is this that storm that we had last week now just making its way further and further? That's
the one that's going to hit us. We're on the northern edge of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one that hit us last week is long gone. Yeah, that thing is, I don't even know where it is right now, but it's nowhere near here. That thing has done an exit stage right on us. This is the one that's affecting us. The problem is they're going to get way more snow and perhaps even a little more wind as you go to, say, Iowa, Nebraska, and eastward into Illinois and Wisconsin. It could be a serious problem there, too. So this could actually produce all kinds of problems from an airline standpoint. O'Hare Field is going to have problems with this. Minneapolis Airport, Milwaukee, places like that.
Is this going to cover most of the state, Tom?
Yeah, it's going to cover the places that'll probably be spared the most from this would be the far northwest through the extreme north central and maybe up toward the northern tip of the valley. But the further south you go, the worse it's going to be from a snow and blowing snow standpoint. Doesn't mean they're going to get off scot-free out there, but relatively speaking, the directions that'll be worse will be south and east.
Someone wanted to know, how about travel from Fargo to Roseau, Minnesota on Christmas Eve? That's a text in.
Christmas Eve from Fargo to Roseau. It'll be breezy. There'll be some blowing and drifting snow. You'll have to deal with maybe some reduced visibility out in the open country, some slippery travel, but that direction will not be quite as bad, nearly as bad as, say, if you're going south and east.
All right. Too Tall Tom Szymanski is the chief meteorologist around these parts. You're going to keep an eye on this for us?
Oh, yeah. I'll be here to help you.
All right. We appreciate that. Thank you so much.